ThaBoxingvoice.com, live here with Coach Centennial. Obviously, your prize fighter and Zayas is supposed to fight Patrick Teixeira, former WBO champion. That would be a step up. I know that fight got rescheduled.
Right.
They're looking towards June, which
I think they're looking at
makes
June.
more sense for him as a Puerto Rican. Do it in New York City. Are you content with that, or would you have rather got him out? Because he's had a couple of cancellations in his career thus far.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice, to just keep him busy, but fighters also need a little bit of a break. He's been, fighting pretty often, especially last year. He's got his 3 fights in. The fact that he's fighting, 8 and 10 rounders now, it's body needs a little bit more time to rest and recover. But I think the date in June is probably going to be a better date for this fight. Being the fact that it's Puerto Rican Day Parade and it's that whole weekend. So, I think Top Rank just decided at that point, let's go ahead and move it into June and take it from there.
Speaking of Puerto Rican Day Parade, we're seeing that Zayas is getting to go back home sometime in the summer, and he'll defend his IBF title. Rumored against Liam Paro. We got Amanda Serrano. She's going back to Puerto Rico in March. Do you look forward to Xander one day fighting in La Isla, other than just in New York City?
Absolutely. I think it was his 6th or 7th fight he fought in Puerto Rico, and it was crazy. The crowd was amazing, and he's looking forward to that again. So I think once Top Rank decides that we'll be out there again, we'll definitely be out there and looking forward to it.
When would you expect him back in the gym, since the fight would be around June 6th?
We'll start out pre-camp like beginning of April, and start working from there.
There's been a guy in the Top Rank stable that's been very vocal, wanting a fight with Xander. I think his name is Jahai Tucker, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's had a draw, an upset, but Top Rank allegedly is happy with him, and they're going to start, pushing him. Do you see that fight ever happening, or do you think because he suffered some...
Look, I mean, the fight could happen, but, he'll have to work his way back up, So I think Xander's, a little step ahead of him in terms of number of fights and stuff like that. And I think the trajectory is a little bit different for Xander at this point. So whether that fight happens, I don't know. We'll take it if it does. But we have eyes on bigger fish at this point.
We've both been in the business for a while, so I understand politics, but in your opinion as a trainer, is Xander ready for the Tim Tszus of the world and the Conor Benns of the world, the big names at 54?
Yeah, well, I'd like Xander. Like I said, our intention was to go ahead and get him 1 or 2 fights, fighting for, top 15 guy, and then start just putting our name on that list for the top guys, So, and I think that's the route that Top Rank wants, and we're in favor of that. But the more fights he gets in, the better. He is young. He started at a young age, so we just we'll take that time and take advantage of the time that we get in the ring, and just prepare him for the best.
As a Floridian and a trainer, I would love to get your opinion on Keith one-time Thurman moving up to fight a 54-pound champion, Tim Tszyu. Do you think he can do it? He has been out there in 25 months since the Barrios fight. But he is a former unified champ, right?
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. I mean, it really depends on what Keith Thurman shows up. If it's an old Keith Thurman, he'll have no chance against Tim Tszyu. But look, the power is usually the last thing that goes. He's gonna have to bang it out with a younger guy. So I give the advantage to Tim Tszyu just because of age, power, and the fact that he's been busy, and Thurman hasn't.
For sure. Obviously, the last one before I let you go. Who do you think Canelo picks for May 4th? He says it's an American, and it won't be a Mexican. So we've eliminated Jaime Munguia, but when asked directly, he said Benavidez is an option. So I guess he considers Benavidez an American because he was born here. Yeah. But do you think he chooses Benavidez or Charlo, which are the 2 options he has on the table according to him?
I think it'll probably be Charlo, unfortunately. I don't like that fight. I prefer he fights, Benavidez, but I don't know, man. Canelo has made some decisions that, that are going to benefit him, but doesn't really benefit boxing, you know. So.
But if you're Canelo, how do you convince the public that that's not the same guy you just fought and the same guy that didn't put up a fight?
Well, that's the thing. It's hard. It's hard because, I mean, we don't know what Jamal. I mean, there's going to be no difference.
That's what I'm saying. So
there's
do you
no
really
difference
think
in
he'll
that.
choose?
I think it's the easier route.
Wow.
You know, I think it's the easier
It
route.
almost sounds like pay-per-view suicide.
You know, I think it's the easier route, and that's why it's unfortunate if that's the guy he chooses. You know?
Well, thank you, Coach, and have a good day.
YouTube family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.